So Floyd Mayweather and Ryan Garcia have obviously been around each other a lot recently. You could, potentially make the argument that they could be, trying to train with each other. Floyd Mayweather could be trying to sign Ryan Garcia to the money team, Mayweather Promotions. Who knows what the case could be, but it's just interesting to see. We know that Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather, they don't like each other. Even at this point where they've settled it in the ring, it's over. These dudes, obviously don't really like each other. Floyd really doesn't like Oscar, that's for sure. I think Oscar is a little bit more civil than Floyd is, but still, they take shots at each other on social media, and it flares up in waves. It comes up every now and then, and it's definitely not over now. But to see Ryan Garcia, obviously Oscar De La Hoya, is Ryan Garcia's promoter with Golden Boy Promotions, and to see Ryan spending so much time with Floyd Mayweather, someone you could consider, a little bit of a rival for Oscar De La Hoya. You could, start the chatter and say, I'm not trying to make this a drama channel, but let's be real. We know that Oscar and Floyd don't really like each other, so for Ryan to be hanging around Floyd, I know he's trying to pick his brain, do all that good stuff, but he also knows what he's doing. Ryan's definitely trying to make business moves if he's going to a guy like Floyd Mayweather. Is he trying to train with him? Is he trying to get signed to Mayweather Promotions for another opportunity away from Golden Boy? Because we know that there's tension there. Who really knows? But they talked about the potential of the potential fight for Ryan in fighting Devin Haney, and Floyd Mayweather said that there are three top fighters, that are kind of like the heavy hitters in terms of bringing in pay-per-view sales. And these heavy hitters, according to Floyd Mayweather, he said the heavy hitters were Canelo Alvarez, Ryan Garcia, and Gervonta Davis. And I think that's a fair top three in terms of who's really popping right now, who sells the most tickets. I would even argue that Ryan Garcia and Tank might even be more popping right now, trending. I mean, Canelo's always going to have that Mexican fan base, and people love to watch him. But in terms of, the younger people and people getting to know about boxing, just hearing about it, people don't really talk oh, that guy Canelo, because he's well established now. If you're not already a Canelo fan, I don't know what to tell you. You don't really watch boxing like that. But people who don't watch boxing, they kind of even have an idea of who Ryan Garcia is and who Gervonta Davis is. And that's very telling, with social media, everything along those lines. Those guys are very well known. So I think that those two, Gervonta and Ryan, they're the biggest stars in the sport right now. I'm not saying that means they're the best fighters in the world. And what does the face of boxing even mean? Does it mean that, you perform well and you're trending? Because if you want to combine the two, there's no one that competes with Gervonta Davis, because realistically Ryan has the star appeal, but he doesn't have the performance to back it up, especially when he fought Tank. But it's also, Tank's crisp. He looks good in every performance that he's had. For him, a bad performance is a decision win, and people called it for a rematch. But Tank's a talent, man. Tank's a talent. He's well known, and he puts on those knockout performances that people love to see. And I think he's just one of those guys that he has it. He has it all. There's no guy that has the combination of, man, he's exciting, and man, you're really interested in his personality. Canelo's a great fighter to watch. It's exciting, but it's not as exciting as it used to be, because he doesn't really go in there to take guys out, the way that he used to. And I think a lot of it has to do with the gas tank and the level of opposition. But against Floyd, even if you guys rewatch that fight with Floyd and Canelo, I always say Canelo looked a lot faster in there, and that's not to say that he's not great now, because we know that he's a Hall of Famer. He's probably one of the best Mexican fighters of all time. I still don't have him above Chavez. I don't even have him above Marquez over Barrera or Morales. I still think those are the real Mexican fighters, the face of Mexican boxing. All those guys are the faces of Mexican boxing. But he's a cash cow for sure. There's no doubting that. I just mean in terms of that warrior. There's nothing like those Morales, Barrera, Marquez, and then there's Chavez. Those guys were. It's just different, in my opinion. It's just different. But back to Tank, there's just no one, you don't get excited. I feel no one gets excited for anyone else besides Tank. When Tank's fighting, everyone's tuning in. It doesn't matter who he's fighting. Like, they just want to see. I don't think you can say the same for Canelo. I don't think you can say the same for, you could maybe say the same for Ryan Garcia, but still, even in his last fight, I feel like no one really knew about his fight against Oscar Duarte. But you put a guy like Gervonta in there with Isaac Cruz, all of a sudden, you know, people are saying the name Isaac Cruz. Like, he can make someone a no name, you know, a name, and that's telling to how popular he is. But to go back to, you know, Floyd Mayweather and Ryan Garcia, you know, they're spending time together, and they potentially are talking about making that Devin Haney fight happen. And I think Devin's a good opponent for Ryan. I just also think that there was a better stylistic matchup, and that would have been Rolly Romero. But yeah, you know, Tank, Ryan, Canelo, that's a solid list from Floyd, but I really do think Tank's that lone wolf that really is the face of boxing. In my opinion, right now, he's trending. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about Floyd Mayweather calling Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, and Canelo Alvarez the top 3 faces of boxing when it comes to, you know, selling pay-per-views, being those heavy hitters. Because I would agree, and I'd argue that Tank's that #1 spot, because he's just so, you know, he's so dynamic, and he has a great personality, and he's just exciting to watch. He just puts on those knockout performances that are devastating and entertaining to fans that don't even, you know, watch boxing. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. But thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
That's going to do it for another NASFight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.